Welcome back, everybody. It's your favorite sassy trainer, Miko, and I am absolutely thrilled to have you here today. Okay, we are diving right in, picking up exactly where we left off in our Unified Knowledge Base Explainer. If you remember, last time we looked at the big picture of Notion, but today we are getting our hands dirty. We are zooming in on the granular, step-by-step power of Notion docs. If you're an aspiring virtual staff member, a remote assistant, or honestly, just someone who wants to stop drowning in chaotic digital files, consider this your masterclass. We are leaving those basic, boring word processors in the dust and building a virtual workspace that actually works for you. Here is the game plan for today's explainer. We'll cover what Notion docs actually are, going beyond basic text with media and charts, organizing your workspace files, building professional design systems, and my absolute favorite, time-saving pre-made templates. Let's get to work. All right, let's kick things off with Section 1. What exactly are Notion docs? Look, we all know the traditional document. You know the one. It's totally rigid, it's just static text, maybe throw in some simple bullet points if you're feeling adventurous. Honestly, it's kind of a snooze fest, and it completely bogs down your team. But a Notion doc? Oh, it is a totally different beast. The foundational shift here is that it's not just a digital piece of paper. Think of it as a bottomless box of flexible building blocks. We're talking over 50 different content types and live elements that make your communication insanely efficient. You aren't just typing anymore. You are literally architecting a workspace. Moving right along to Section 2, Beyond Text, diving into media and charts. Let's look at exactly how to make your documents dynamic. Because as a rockstar virtual staff member, plain text just doesn't cut it. You've got to deliver information people actually want to engage with. Here are 5 dynamic building blocks you absolutely need to master right now. First up, code snippets. Supporting an engineering team? Drop in code with native syntax highlighting for dozens of languages. Bam. Second, toggles. Listen, nobody wants to scroll through a massive 10-page standard operating procedure. Toggles lets you create collapsible sections. It keeps things so visually clean. Third, images and videos. You can embed a Loom tutorial or a YouTube video directly onto the page. No more annoying browser tabs. Fourth, you get a clickable table of contents that auto-updates as you type. And fifth, live charts. Bring that beautiful data visualization right into your daily documents. Combining these diverse content types elevates your work from just okay to practically indispensable. Don't just take my word for it. Scott Stevens, a design operations manager at Kin Klus Carta, hit the nail on the head. He says, we can quickly build out a meeting agenda for a large group of people and still make it interactive and fun. And you know why that happens? Because Notion is built for powerful async collaboration. You can co-edit together, drop suggestions, or just type the @ symbol to instantly tag a teammate and get their attention. All those consolidated comments make it ridiculously easy to iterate on projects, even if your client is sound asleep halfway across the world. Which brings us to Section 3, organizing your workspace files. Okay, so you've built this gorgeous, dynamic document. Awesome. But let's be real, it's totally useless if your boss can't find it when they need it. Enter Notion's sidebar. This little beauty is about to be your best friend. It gives you every team's files right there at a glance. Because you really cannot move fast in a business if your digital filing cabinet is a hot mess. But utilizing the sidebar architecture and setting up central wikis, you pull all that company knowledge into one spot. It instantly cures the headache of a chaotic workspace and keeps everything flawlessly structured, no matter how fast your company or client roster scales. Let's break down exactly how different roles across an organization actually use these organized workspaces day to day. If you're a virtual assistant supporting a product manager, you'll use docs to tie roadmaps to goals, keeping the whole crew aligned on what's shipping. Working with designers, you'll build out spaces to track review rounds and prioritize requests so they hit those tight creative deadlines. And for the engineers, you'll help manage sprints, code guidelines, and bug fixes all in one spot so they can ship features faster. Understanding how to structure the sidebar for these specific roles makes you a massive asset to literally any department. Still need proof that this level of organization matters at the highest levels? Listen to Taku Wakasugi over at the Toyota Frontier Research Center. He points out that these streamlined workflows in Notion don't just save time, they make it incredibly easy to stay up to date on task details and progress. This is a global giant like Toyota we're talking about. It just goes to show exactly why mastering workspace organization is a highly paid, highly sought-after skill for any virtual staff member. All right, Section 4, Building Professional Design Systems.
Let's see how all of this builds into creating advanced layouts. Now, don't let the technical terms freak you out. I'm going to make this super simple. As an aspiring virtual assistant or project manager, you will very likely be asked to manage a design system at some point. What is that? It's simply a centralized, organized repository containing all of a company's design assets: logos, fonts, colors, branding guidelines, all in one place. It is the single source of truth for all company branding. Back in the day, you'd have to email heavy zip files of logos back and forth. Now, you just build a beautiful permanent doc for it. And here is the absolute secret sauce: live integrations. You don't build these professional layouts by manually uploading files over and over again. No way. You just paste links. You can bring Figma designs, amplitude metrics, GitHub pull requests, or Jira tickets right into your Notion doc. Let's say your design team tweaks a logo in Figma. You just paste the Figma link into your Notion document, and Notion magically embeds the live, always updated design file right onto your page. You don't have to switch apps. You don't even need to know how to use Figma. You just connect the tools, and suddenly you look like an absolute tech wizard to your clients. Now, you might be looking at these complex integrations and beautiful design systems and thinking, Miko, I absolutely do not have hours to build these layouts from scratch. Well, what if I told you that you don't have to? That perfectly sets up Section 5, Time-Saving Pre-Made Templates. Seriously, why reinvent the wheel when someone else just handed you the keys to a Ferrari? Here's the easy, step-by-step procedure to save hours of work. Step 1. Browse Notion's massive template gallery for your specific use case. Need to run a meeting? Search for Mixpanel's daily stand-up and tasks. Step 2. Preview the structure. You can literally peek under the hood of how massive companies operate, like checking out Netflix's branding framework. Step 3. Just click the duplicate template button. That's it. It instantly copies that exact layout right into your own workspace. And finally, Step 4. Customize the building blocks for your team. You grab a world-class project requirements doc, hit duplicate, swap out the text for your client's info, and you are ready to go in seconds. It is hands down the ultimate productivity hack for virtual staff.
Wow, we have covered a massive amount of ground today, from understanding those 50-plus flexible building blocks to organizing a sidebar that would make Toyota proud, all the way to, well, legally stealing templates from the likes of Netflix. Mastering these docs truly transforms you from a simple note-taker into a master architect of your team's virtual workspace. So, with endless building blocks and integrations right at your fingertips, how are you going to reshape your very next project? Jump into Notion, grab a template, and start building your masterpiece today. Thanks for hanging out with me for this explainer, and I will catch you in the next one.